Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear me. Happy birthday to me. What's up, guys? It's Wednesday. Yesterday I know it was a big day in USA, the 4th of July. And it was kind of a big day for me too. Well, I have a birthday. So it happens that I don't like my birthdays. I literally hate them. I hate everything about the birthday. Yesterday, after putting everybody to sleep, I was feeling kind of tired, but I still had one unfinished business. I had to finish my shark, which I have been putting aside for 4 days, I think. I had started it. It is just needed the small detail, to finish a couple of fins and to add them onto the shark. So I did that. But the thing is, I don't like that shark. So let me first share with the pattern here. This is how it was supposed to look like. Made from the cotton, very kind of small one. But I was thinking if I'm going to use my velvet yarn, it would be a little bit bigger, 2 times bigger most likely. I don't think it turned very big, but well, bigger than I guess in the picture. I'm leaving the link to the pattern in the description box. It's a good pattern. I really like that. The only thing is I got a little bit confused because you have to use 2 colors for the belly and the blue part is for the back. There was not written exactly how to do that, but I was keeping the yarn on and I was going crocheting rounds and rounds like normally you would do, but I was everywhere I would keep on having the previous yarn with me. I would be double stranded, the white one would go in the back. If I needed to have the gray one to work on the gray area, the white one I would keep it around in the back. So it kind of it's thicker. It turns out a thicker material, but it requires then more yarn, of course. But well, it's a small project, so I don't think that's a problem. I don't know if there was any other way how to make this. Maybe just to you finish your working with the yarn, you keep it aside, and then you make but then it would be strands would be going in between the project inside there. And I thought it's not good because you can not be so precise about how tight or loosen up the strands should be staying. So that is how I was doing it. And the problem was with the fins, the final touch, and I don't like how it looks like. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So this is my yarn, this is my shark. This is what I've got. And you can already see that this is not looking the way it's supposed to be, and these fins are also not looking the way they are supposed to be. So let me put it a little bit closer. You can see that it's double stranded here. You can see the gray yarn coming out in the back, but it doesn't even give a nice look to it in a way, because it's not, I don't see it as a negative thing or something. Here the gray part was something that you don't see the white part so good through the gray one, but in the belly you can see a little bit of this one. So I did add up. I was lazy to look yesterday for the black yarn, which was initially in the pattern, to make the stripes in the both sides and the mouth, but so I used some light gray, and then you can see that you can't see that good. It just doesn't jump out, but all in all, I think it looks good anyway. So little eyes. Yeah, I would definitely would make another fin differently, but well, I am just done with the shark. But when it comes to the yarn, And I wanted initially to make it blue as it's in the pattern, but my lovely blue yarn, the one I have been telling you about, so I've been telling how much I like it from my local store, the cheap one, and I'm just totally in love with. It's this much how it's left, and I started making it and I realized that it's not going to work just because of this double strand around. It would not be enough to finish the shark, so I had to leave it behind, take it out. I was already halfway gone when I realized it's like, because, well, I should have figured it out before I started, but nevertheless I thought, but I can use some gray color, right? Because sharks are gray too. Why not try gray? But the only gray thing that I had, the only gray yarn that I had was this one. And this one is the baby snuggle. And if you have watched my videos before, you know how much I don't like the baby snuggle. I literally hate it. And this little shark made me realize that again and again and again. I was literally yesterday cursing as I was sewing the fins, because I added up the fins. Then I realized that they are not straight, and even this upper fin, I see it's not straight, but it just was breaking. It was breaking. It was coming off the ending constantly. It was breaking in between here, in between the like strand. Even it got to the point where I sat down and I wanted to understand one thing. What is the chenille yarn and what is the velvet yarn? Because they are both used for the plushies. And sometimes I have even seen that there are like said that this yarn is chenille velvet, like both of them together. I don't know how that's, but I have seen it somewhere, and I got like confused, because what I have come to understand in mind, because I couldn't find the proper understanding, proper explanation about it in the internet. Maybe I couldn't find it. If you happen to know that, have some link, maybe please do share it with me, because I'm struggling to understand the difference between the chenille and the velvet yarn. Because what I understand, that the chenille is this kind of like a baby snuggle yarn, and it's worked in a different way, where the strand is there like in the between, and then it goes somehow around this fluffiness, and yeah, it's worked in a different technique. Of course, it's not so shining, that is also clear. But when it comes to this one, to this, which is a velvet yarn, obviously it's more shining, but it's worked differently, because here nothing like comes off. Yeah, like it stays with it. It stays with that strand which is in between. So the way it's worked, I guess this is the velvet yarn and this is the chenille. That is the only thing I can understand in explanation. I'm sorry if I sound, for some experienced plushie makers, complete like a newbie talk, but if you can explain it to me, and if there is some maybe link to where I can read about this, I would be very, very happy to you. Very thankful and very happy that I finally maybe can clear this for myself. So I wanted to order extra yarn, because, well, you see, I have only this left from the blue, and I literally don't have any blue colors anywhere. I have some yellows and greens and beige and whatever else, but I don't have blue tones at all in my stash. So I was thinking, let me order some, and I have been looking at this yarn for quite some time. Literally like I'm looking at it for like, I think at least for the past half a year, and I keep on telling me I should try it, because I was telling you that my other option is always the Infinity Hearts, the Petunia yarn, which I'm absolutely in love with. It's like a very good alternative to my cheap yarn from the local store. And this Infinity Hearts is like very good. It's the same quality, but the problem was that I bought it for the discount price when they had the big sales there, like 50% sales, and now I'm seeing that it's like $4.19 per skein, and I'm like, I don't want to use that. Once you've got once you have bought it for the discount, you don't want to go back and buy it for the full price, right? So I was telling myself, no, this is not. I'm gonna wait and let me compare what is in the Amazon. I don't know, strangely is that I cannot find this same Infinity Hearts Petunia on Amazon. I don't know, they don't sell it, but I can't find it there. So, but there is constantly popping out another velvet yarn that I've been looking at for some time. I have seen it also that others are using it for the plushies as well. I have I've seen this yarn around, but I've never tried it in my life. So I ordered 3 packs. Each has 5 skeins inside. I needed the white. I ordered the purple as well. And there's a blue one coming, but it's gonna come only tomorrow on Thursday, right? So so this is the one I'm talking about, the Himalaya velvet yarn. This is the one I'm talking about, and it would have been very nice. I have one purple, light purple. I have one white. The thing was, I was so excited. I thought it must be the same. It looked in the picture, the same shine. It must be the same velvet yarn that I'm just crazy about, which is so nice to work with. So I get this packet and I already see there's a small hole and a yarn strand already going out. And I was so impatient because I have not opened it yet to touch it, to feel it. But I see the strand and I thought, let me just give it a try. If this is coming out, and let me just give it a try. Let me just, and here. Do you see, guys? Do you see? Do you see? Do you see? I have bought another nightmare. I have bought another nightmare. I'm even scared to open the pack because this is what killing me. Because it would not affect your the crocheting part. Because during the crocheting, it's okay. But when you will need to be sewing the parts, when you will need to be sewing all those little details, especially if it's a detailed creature or something that you are making, this is what is going to drive you crazy. This is not okay. I hate it. I'm just like so disappointed. I was thinking because they had pretty many colors there and the price is really good, and I just thought, I have found the yarn which is not good again. So I'm stuck again with Infinity Hearts Petunia, which I'm gonna be like trying to see when they might have some discount sales again. For now, my task for today, for tomorrow, I'm still gonna use this one. I'm gonna still use this one. I want to see how it will be feeling when I'm crocheting with it. Maybe it's not, I'm still hoping to think that it's not going to be so bad as I'm seeing right now. But my daughter has told me that she needs Panda as a gift for her classmate. And I'm going to look for some Panda patterns online. But the thing is, I know pandas, I have seen pandas, I know they're black and white, but she said she needs purple. So I'm going to use these 2 colors to see if I can make something like a panda. I highly doubt, because most of the panda patterns that I was checking yesterday looked like bears, like simple bears. And I think just due to the fact that you use black and white, it like would make them different, like become pandas after all. Well, let me see how it goes, because I do still have the black yarn, which from the previous project, from which I made the spiders and the bat and whatever else was there. So I might just give it a try and see if I can work on them. I can use the white yarn from this new yarn and then add up the black yarn for the details. Another thing that keeps me at night awake is that I have bought this baby snuggle in I have bought it only once, but I bought so many of this yarn. Well, like not so many, but pretty many for myself, and I need to get rid of it. I need to use it for something. And like this is what I have here. I'm just gonna show you. I've got like 5 skeins of this lovely color, this like soft yellow. I've got the gray still lying around, and I've got like bright green, and I've got dark brown, and what again I have like bright yellow, and there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. There's a little bit darker ones. I have actually tried making the caterpillar. I have a big caterpillar here. Don't know why, but this is when it came and I wanted to try it first, how it feels, and I thought this is a nice project just to be making these bollies and like to see how it would go. So to make simple like this, it's more or less okay, but yeah, this is how it looks like. I have not finished yet. There's supposed to be still one more like head part, and the legs, plenty of legs there should go. And then the same yarn I have tried making the sheep. So I've got the sheep. The sheep's head is here, that is the sheep, and then enormous body here. It would be turning very big, but the problem is I have done it as far as that, and I was trying to sew the head, and it's like already stressful moment, you know, to make it good, because there's this special stitch you need to use for it to look good, and like you need to be neat and everything, and it just broke because I was like, I guess like being very harsh on that yarn and it just broke, and I'm now confused. How am I supposed to go back on the track? So this I have finished the body. Let me see how this goes. Maybe I could finish this sheep, but I'm not very happy about it. Just that it's so much already done. It's just the head to finish, and then the head, the hands. I guess this is a hand. I don't know what that's supposed to be, because it has been a while since I was doing this. So, but I've got this this light yellow yarn, and initially I bought 5 skeins of this and 5 skeins of the gray one, because I wanted to do a special like one pattern, because obviously this yarn for amigurumi is going to drive me crazy. I can't work with it. My nervous system is not that strong. But I have found an alternative, which I think would be a good thing. And so let me share it with you what I was thinking to make. I was thinking to go for this kind of a thing, to try and make the blanket with a like, it's partially amigurumi because of the head, and then there is a blanket. I guess for this one it's also used the same type of a yarn. It's just a grundle yarn, so it's a little bit different. But yeah, 5mm hook, a little smaller for the cat size. So theoretically I think it would be good. This is something that has been lying around for me for some time, and that is the only thing that comes into my mind, to use this baby snuggle yarn, which is driving me crazy. So I need to get rid of it, because obviously I am trying to get the new yarn, the Infinity Hearts Petunia. So as soon as I see some discount sale or something, even if I will not see, if I'm going to start running out of this, I need to get rid of this, because I can't just be buying new ones and be keeping, because this is still a nice yarn. I'm not saying it's a bad, it's just not meant for the amigurumi. I mean, this is just not that. But to make a blanket, I don't know how it feels. Please do let me know how it would be feeling, if it's a good. I'm even scared because of these things that it can be breaking, and it can be like coming apart. Would it be safe for the baby? But then again, it's written baby snuggle, so something about the babies there is, you know. So there is something to think about, right? If you have any other ideas, because it's not supposed to be cat. I have seen other patterns as well. I have seen, I think, sheep blanket like this. I think it's pretty cool. 28, 20.
Don't know how much you mean to me, baby. I can't put it in words. You don't know how much you give to me, baby. You keep making me learn. Yeah. You're like a painting hanging on my every wall. Baby, you save me, you give me all and a little more. I can't live without you. Yeah. I can't live without you. Oh.
By the way, I'll give you another one. trying to make a video, but it seems to be impossible. A beautiful day and the birds singing and just the, I don't know, whenever I feel bad, the nature going just out like that to somewhere where is a lot of green, it just calms me down. I don't know how about you, but I'm not a countryside girl. I don't think so, because yeah, I need people as well, and I like, you know, the old towns and things to check, you know, explore and learn some history, but I can't live without the nature as well. So what I'm trying to say is, yesterday my oldest daughter was, my youngest daughter was, well, gave me a little, not a little, a rather big tantrum. She was very tired after the trip, and when she gives this anger outburst that comes out of her when she cannot control her emotions, it just affects everybody. First of all, it affects me, then also the little one who sees that, and then, you know, everybody's crying. She's crying. I feel like I can't hold my emotions anymore, and then the little one is crying, and basically everybody is feeling somehow down. Yeah, well, and by saying that, it means that then productivity is also going down pretty much. I was trying to find the pattern for the panda, but it seems to be impossible to find a normal pattern for panda. Let me tell you, I'm still looking at it, and I'm gonna share what I have found. But for now, it seems like most of the panda bear patterns are being made from the simple bear patterns and just, you know, they change the color, you know, into black and white. But I don't know if you might remember, how does the panda look like? The proportions of panda, I think, are pretty different from the simple bear, and yeah, it was impossible for now to find. I've seen a couple of, but then there are other things that like confuses me, or seems to be like not that good, or not suitable, maybe in my opinion, to the big panda from the yarn that I'm using. But the thing is that though my daughter requested a giant panda, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find that kind of a panda. I thought, let me first go with a simple like basic panda free pattern. I'm gonna share the pattern with you if all goes well, and yeah, let me see how that goes, and then maybe I could try and make based on the same pattern. If I like the proportions and everything, I'm gonna try and also make a bigger size panda. Apart that, I just got, why am I even outside? I went to the pack station to take my blue yarn that came today, Himalaya Velvet. Very beautiful, so soft blue, very nice color. And I do feel like asking, if you happen to have watched this video or any of my other last videos, I'm just like thinking, oh my god, my hair looks terrible. I was late for the kindergarten, that's why I look like this. I didn't have time to do anything about myself. So, but the question is, would you really want to see only like the crochet related content, or is it okay for you to also see my little pieces and bits of the diary of my everyday life, the places I've been, the places I've seen, the things I've done, and how do I spend my time with my little ones? If it would be really appreciable if you could just drop me a line if you happen to get this far, and just let me know, what do you think about it?
You don't know how much you mean to me, baby. I can't put it in words. You don't know how much you give to me, baby. You keep making me learn, yeah. You're like a painting hanging on my every wall. Baby, you save me, you give me all and a little more.
Uma with the big horns.
roaming through the dark, baby. Ooh, you keep making it shine. I'm in love with how you talk, baby. My ears craving the sound. Yeah.
As much as you can. And then, hello guys.
You're like a painting hanging on my head.
And this one too.
Baby, you save me. You give me all and a little more, yeah. I can't live without you, yeah. I can't live without you, oh.
Hi everybody, it's Friday evening. Finally, I was struggling for half an hour to put my little one to sleep, and finally. And while I was struggling, then my oldest daughter fell asleep, and basically everybody's sleeping except me. I have to be honest, I would like to sleep too, but I feel like if I'm not going to do the things I wanted to do this evening, they're not going to be done, and I don't like that feeling as well. So, it's Friday. After picking up my little one from the kindergarten, we all went, me and the kids, we went to the, we jumped into the bus, and basically we decided to have bubble tea, walk around a little bit. We checked some animals in the local, like a zoo, and yeah, then we stopped in the playground, got back, like a chilled, nice Friday evening. And tomorrow is going to be very hot. All the weekend is going to be like 33 degrees, and I'm literally seeing myself dying in that hot weather because I don't know how I'm going to survive it. And I'm very worried about little one because he's like, he did not feel good last time when it was this hot. But nevertheless, I have promised them to take them to the swimming pool tomorrow morning, but it's gonna be like early morning so that later on when it's too hot we can be already at home. So I have a very simple question. Does this, or this for that matter, remind you remotely of the panda bear? I know it's very little, but these are supposed to be 2 panda bears that I'm working on. So let me tell you how is it going. At the moment, I'm having a very big problem regarding panda bear. It might seem like an easy animal, what's the big deal? But you know, I'm a lazy person to come up with my own pattern because I don't know how to do that. I'm too chaotic. I don't have time to be writing down and like following up the pattern, which I have to write myself. No, I better take something that is already done and I can adjust it as I would like. Before I start making any animal, I have to check what is out there in the internet. So I googled up the panda bear crochet patterns, and there were a lot. There's so many patterns out there. But the problem with the patterns of panda is as following. That most of them are made just the same way as a simple bear. A normal looking brown bear or whatever else color bear, but a simple bear. I don't know if these people have seen panda bear. Okay, well, for that matter, I have not seen a real life panda as well in my life. Just when I start thinking about it, I don't think so, no. But nevertheless, I have seen the image of it, and it looks completely proportionally different than the simple bear. So I cannot imagine how one can just take the same pattern of a simple bear and just make it black and white and call it a panda bear. It does not work like that. It doesn't look like panda bear. So when I was googling up for the patterns, and those images of panda bears would be coming out and so on, I would just... most of these pictures, most of these panda bears, most of these patterns I would just skip because it's not what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for panda bear. Second of the thing, when I would find, like yesterday, I was like looking, because I started with this one. This is the panda bear, which I found on the AMIGURUMI free patterns. I'm going to show you the pattern. So this is how it's supposed to look like. This is a free pattern. You can find it in the description box. I'm gonna leave the link to it. It does look cute, right? A lovely, cute panda girl, right? So this is how it looks like with the velvet yarn and using a different size hook. And yeah, well, it doesn't look that good, I know. But when I came to understand, I can understand how the body and the head could be the same size, just it doesn't work like that for me. Because I feel like Panda Bear has a very tiny head and very big body, and they are like, there's no neck there, and there's just like one big fluffy ball of fur or something. And this does not remind me of that. Besides, I made one hand. I have no idea. Okay, the hand is here. So I made a hand and it felt too big. I mean, this is going to be it's like a simple bear. And the front paws, I don't think they're supposed to be this long for the Panda Bear. They are like small, clumsy little hand, like arms hanging there. And when I did this, I just felt, no, I don't feel this one. I don't feel this one. I'm going to throw it out. I'm not liking it. So I started looking for another pattern. And yesterday I was looking again over and over. This was like my third attempt to look for some normal pattern for Panda. And I did see a couple of, okay, like these ones I could actually try. I would click on the image. It would send me to the Pinterest, and then it would send me straight to some God knows what kind of website where you can where I don't know what pops out, like different looking Panda Bear, or sometimes it would say that there's no website like this and whatsoever. So I would get without nothing. So I was really upset about that. So in the third step, what was left for me was just simply to look for the paid pattern on Etsy. So, and that's what I did. And this is now my second attempt on starting to doing another panda. I'm not gonna show you the pattern for now because I'm like curious to see what's gonna happen, if it's gonna, but I feel how it's going. I feel that it might actually turn out okay. So this is my plan. I'm kind of sleepy, but I'm gonna work out on that right now. Sunday evening. I have survived this day, but judging by the look in the video that I see now in camera, maybe it's too early to say that I have survived because I just look terrible. You see, it is so hot. Today, guys, it reached up to 36 degrees. It's a total disaster. We were all day at home because I said no. Yesterday we went to the swimming pool. That's what I promised to my kids, and that's what we did. But today I kind of knew that we were going to stay inside, but I saw that it's like 33 degrees is going to be. But later today I was checking and it was showing already 36. And we literally stayed inside the house. We didn't go anywhere. I was at some point I was thinking I'm just gonna die here, but It's not easy. But in the afternoon, okay, not in the afternoon, but around like 5, 6 o'clock, it got all dark, and it was really this beautiful moment when it started like about to rain slowly, and then it just started pouring so badly with all the thunder and lightning. And I just opened all the windows in the apartment, and my kids were just running from one place to another, checking and just having some fresh air finally. It was just amazing, that moment. I love so much the rain, the storms during the summer. They are just like somehow so, it feels like the nature is just trying to refresh, to recharge and everything. It's just an amazing feeling like I felt. I told myself, well, as long as I'm all day at home, I have to finish the Panda that I have been now working for. I don't know, this specific toy feels like I'm doing it forever. I know it's like maybe 3-4 days I have been working on it, but it feels like I haven't been like months struggling with it. But it seems like I have finally finished it. I'm going to show you how it looks like. But before I go on, I'm just going to say, why is that feeling that it takes so much time? So I use 2 yarns. 2 different brands of yarn. One, the black one, I use the yarn that I love so much. I have been telling you about it since my first video, that I have been buying it in my local shop, in the Euro shop here, for a very cheap price. It's a pure velvet yarn, like it shines, it's so super soft, and the whole material is completely different comparing with the other yarns that I have been using so far. I've been saying the negative things about the baby snuggle, which I used for the amigurumi, and it was total disaster. I have tried giving a couple of times a chance, and still it was the same. Because this yarn, it's this fluffy thing is completely tied to the strand, which is inside, which is in the middle of it, and it's not going everywhere. Even if you cut the yarn, yeah, of course there might come like a little bit puffs off in the beginning. Other than that, it would not go anymore. I can push it as much. Even if I start sewing it, it will not break in the middle. It's an absolutely my favorite velvet yarn so far. But I used, for the white part, I used this yarn, which I just ordered from the internet, and I have been seeing that other people use it. It's the Himalaya velvet yarn. So I've got 3 packages, 5 skeins of white, 5 skeins purple, 5 skeins blue. So for the Panda, I went with the white one, of course. Oh, so sorry. So, and I was literally crying as I was sewing the feet, these paw part, the feet part with the pads and on, with this yarn. It's like the word, I didn't know what kind of a yarn is that. Who even has come with that? I was in the end, by the end of finishing that toy, when I finished it, all my t-shirt, all my floor, all my table was scattered in these, so sorry about that, with these white things that are just coming off like just like that. Do you see how they're falling everywhere? And I would not mind if it would be just the tip of it, like let's say when you cut the yarn, it would be like that. It would not be a problem. I mean, I have seen people like burning a little bit the ending so that it would not be so fuzzy or something, not be coming out. But the problem with it, if you start sewing it and you just press a little bit hard, it would also do the same thing in the middle of it. Like if you just rub it too tight with a needle, you go like a small thing, you rub it, it would at some point, you see, it starts breaking. And when this happens, it's so very hard to be sewing anything with it. I was crying. I was literally crying because it felt like I was all in this white fluffy thing and it was breaking. And I guess I know that this my Panda is not the perfection of perfection, but I have done my best and I don't want to spend any single moment longer on it. So let me show you what I have done, and let me look at this guy. So look at this guy. Look at him. And before you start judging me about all the things that you might notice there that are not quite right or something, let me talk about this pattern a little bit. So first of all, this panda, it would sit literally. If you put it on any surface, it would sit nicely. There was like said that you need to attach the paws, the leg part, so that it would not be wobbling around and it would sit nicely. I didn't even need them. He would sit anyway, very like sturdily on the table or whatever. So yeah, everything is made based on the pattern. I didn't like add up any of my details. Basically what I did about the nose, that was the last thing I added. This part, this was the last thing. But the thing is, if you're very close, like okay, without the glasses it looks perfect, but if you would put if you would look very carefully, you could see that it's not attached maybe super perfect. I don't know. I mean, okay, you can't see anything, but I'm gonna make a video tomorrow in the daylight and everything. So this is where I was fighting. This was the last bit. It was like face to face with this stupid white yarn that I was just like flying everywhere around, breaking in the middle. I was like literally, I just wanted to finish it faster. And yeah, maybe you would see some imperfections here, and I know it's a little bit not straight, but again, who cares, right? It does look anyway cute. So I like the ears, how they have turned out. The eyes, I tried to add up white yarn, but as I said, everything was flying around this fluffy thing. If it would be easier to attach it, and if I would be sure that it's not going to pop out somewhere, I would have made 2 strands, like so that it would be more better to be seen of this by the eye. Yeah. So other than that, all the hands, everything, this is how it looks like. The tail, and then the legs. It's the first time I was making this kind of a legs. Usually I was thinking they're going to be hanging or something, but no, you just would make such an oval things, and then you would attach, and then the paws you would like make with little these ones, and then you just sew these strands or something. How do you call it? Stripes or something. And then, well, I felt like having a belly button because this one big belly needed just something there to like cover it. In the pattern, as you can see, it has also a bamboo stick. I don't think I'm going to be making any bamboo sticks because first of all, if I'm using the same yarn that I'm using, this velvet yarn, I don't have such a color. I have some faint green, which I don't think would look good as a bamboo, for the bamboo. And I have a very bright one, dark, and that's definitely not gonna go there. So I would not have the right color for this. And the second of all, I was thinking maybe I should just add it like a make from the cotton. Maybe I should give it a try, but I'm not very sure that putting together 2 different types of yarns would be a good thing here. Besides, this is going to go as a gift to somebody. I'm giving it to my daughter. She's going to give it to her classmate. Next week she has a birthday, that classmate. So yeah, we are planning to give it as a gift to her because she likes pandas. I think I have done the best I could possibly do. And basically this week, what is it? It's just making a goddamn panda. Only one panda I have made this week, but it has taken the whole bunch of me. So I'm so sorry. I actually did make another one, half of it, but I don't want to finish it. I'm gonna just throw it out, and I don't want to care about it because this panda is the panda I want to stay with. So we're gonna say goodbye now.